what's it called? Team of the year, Aurora. I think we
Oh yeah,
we
theme of the
all
year.
loved it, right?
Give it to Aurora. Very sensible decision from PokerStars there to make it. You have to now have it. It's mandatory. You can no longer play without it, and half of the people playing in Stars don't have a laptop that can run it. So well done, alienating half your demographic there. But because I'm soon to be a PokerStars sponsored pro, I probably should be easy on them because they're not going to like it if their top
But
Twitch
you
talent
you,
starts slagging
you
them off.
don't want peasants to play poker stuff. If you don't have a good computer, you can't play.
True, true. Yeah.
My new award is like actually something that we can debate about. Is the most influential person of the year, poker wise, obviously.
Outside, you mean that like overall poker
Overall,
wise?
yeah.
Because that's interesting. There's a few candidates for sure. So if we talk about someone, let's talk about like social media numbers. Who's got the biggest following? And it would be Dan Bilzerian. And what has Dan Bilzerian recently gone and done? He's recently gone and joined GG Poker. And now there's let's say some controversy around his approach, and there's obviously question marks about his legitimacy as a poker player and whether he actually made 50 million playing poker at the same time that supposedly a trust fund from his dad, who'd been involved in insider trading, went to prison for, and then coincidentally left 20 million or something to his
It
son,
seems
which
like it sounds like you
they're
don't
coincidental.
trust him.
I'm distrustful a little bit,
Okay.
just because let's if someone's made 50 million in poker, they would talk about poker all the time, surely. You know what I mean? Surely. It would be like all the tournament players who've won big tournaments, they love talking about poker. They love it. And I don't see that ever. I mean, I'm not a follower of Dan on Instagram, but like anytime you hear about him, he's not talking about poker. He seems to really shy away from it when he's asked about it. You know what I mean? And I've never seen him do hand analysis. And if you've made 50 million in poker, I'm fairly sure you've done a lot of hand analysis. I'm fairly sure you've reviewed some hand histories and gone like, yeah, even if you play the soft games, you're like, yeah, the guy's a bit of a whale, and so that's why I called off with top pair. Like, I've not even heard that expression, let's say. And the few times that we've seen him play poker, he plays like he knows how to play, but I don't know if the income is legitimate. Let's just say,
Okay.
but very influential is undeniably so. And I mean, how many Instagram followers does he have?
Let's
30
just
million or something.
talking about Instagram. Let's open it.
Shout out to Oscar Grives, O_Grives, if you'd like to follow him on Instagram.
Now Bilzerian, yeah.
50,
He's
15 million.
32.8 million.
So that's a lot of followers. And you compare that to what, like Phil Hellmuth or something. In terms of the Instagram that Phil Hellmuth has, I mean, he'll have like 100,000 or something. I mean, it's like it's just incomparable the reach he has, and also, recreationals he would have as well. And so has a big influence worldwide, I'd say, in terms of global impacts.
Yeah, but he's
Um,
yeah, obviously he's a like biggest
if
influencer of like in any area
yes,
at the moment. But
but that's the key. Yeah.
yeah, I think I don't like. Obviously he joined GG, but he's like I haven't heard anything about it basically.
What does that mean? If I think it's not an award for 2020, it could be an award for 2021 if he goes into ruthless promotion drive.
He needs to play
And
a couple of hands.
it needs to play. I mean, if you get 5 million people signed up for GG Poker, you win the award for most influential poker influencer.
yeah.
But if you're not doing anything, I mean, if they're just paying you and you play a couple of hands and whatever, like if you don't even give an Instagram post, it doesn't seem to make sense. In terms of who else you could talk about, in the UK at least, I mean, Dan Bilzerian obviously a bit more international. In the UK, there's people like PokerStars have been sponsoring a lot of big YouTubers. So someone like True Geordie, who you may know from the True Geordie and Charlie Carell video, is now getting more and more into poker and is really doing a good job, I think, promoting it to UK based
He
and a little bit
wanted to get
internationally.
more in spin. He said he would like to play them more. But Carell ruined that the idea of it, saying
Well, it's to say, he said, I'd like these. And then he goes, yeah, these can be pretty addictive. There's no skill in it. And you're like, okay. There is some, though, apparently. Whatever some
I
means.
heard there's some guys who spent thousands and thousands of hours of
There is
starting the
some,
game.
and some of that skill involves putting people on ranges which are impossible for them to have. But yeah, sure. Uh, so anyway, but that's another big influence. I think we definitely want to talk about Doug Polk and Dean Eggs as well as being a big influence, because I think
I
that's
think that
garnered an awful lot of attention as well.
I think that's my nominee would be Dean Eggs, and like Doug Polk is he's been around like all the time anyways, but Dean Eggs with
What?
his accepting the challenge and actually playing reasonably well.
Yeah. Which do you think would be better for poker as a whole in terms of who wins the challenge?
Dean Eggs for sure.
I would agree. I think D-Nex has a bigger recreational following than Doug.
I mean, we
And
all know that we kind of like as a human we root for underdogs.
yeah,
So that would be a great story if somehow
I would
did.
I would be delighted for the poker ecosystem if Daniel wins, because it kind of gives that illusion of, hey, you know what I mean? He's like let's call it an old school reg or something. But for a lot of people who are watching that, and they're like, oh, I know Daniel. He was the guy who was funny on the telly that one time,
Mhm.
and that's literally the reason I follow him on Twitter or whatever. And suddenly you hear about this thing where he goes, oh, look, he made a big comeback and he beat some online pro, and he goes, well, I could do that. You know what I mean? I'll put $100 online, and I think that's the story that will be generated in people's minds if Daniel wins. If Doug wins, it's like, look, an old online pro maths guy, that's the winner, and it'll be like every reg will be like, oh yeah, I just got to trust my GTO skills, and that's great. And then every recreational's like, I can't win. That's a bad story.
Yeah.
Comparative.
That's the thing. Like that would prove that hard work is what you need, which is actually true. But
We don't want that. We don't want that to be the narrative, though.
actually, exactly.
Yeah.
Another good thing for poker that happened this year is high stakes poker came back. I enjoyed the
I've,
episode. I don't know if you watched. I
I've
enjoyed.
been watching. I was watching it literally a little bit last night, and I watched an episode last night, and episode 2, and I've got my poker go on my telly now. Yeah, and I mean, I loved High Stakes Poker when I was young. It was phenomenally good. You know, it's so strange because High Stakes Poker, it starts in 2006, I think was the first season,
Could be. Yeah.
and you watch '06, and then I think '07 season 2, '08, '09, whatever, and then season 5 looks kind of like modern. You know, season 5 is the first season when Tom Dwan comes in, and it's like, oh yeah, it looks professional. You go look season 1, it's like they're playing in the '80s or something. Like what? Where in like 2 years, it's gone from being like ages ago to like kind of modern. You watch season 5, 6, 7, they look kind of modern. They could have happened a couple of years. You watch season 1, it's like, well, this has happened at least 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Like it's so different, and so it's a really interesting, almost historical, documented poker piece of like when that inflection point changed, when like poker became modernized, and you can see that when people like Barry Greenstein, Jennifer Harmon,
Semi
Elliot Lesser,
Farah,
Sammy Farah, when all
Elias.
these guys sort of stepped away a little bit, and then the new guys all started appearing up. Obviously, Dwan and a lot of the young guys, a lot of the tournament winners, and I think, you know, I mean, it is so fun to watch. You know, when you watch Jamie Gold just punting off and things like that, it's brilliant. And I think the new series, at least they've got a little bit. I think it's challenging because, of course, coronavirus means they can't be as interactive, and it feels like they had a fewer amount of hands to pick highlights from. Because the only criticism of the new season would be some of the hands we're watching. It's like a raise, a c bet, and a fold, and you're like, okay. And it seems a bit like they had to be a lot more constrained. I think the old seasons they could run for 10, 12 hours and just pick, 5 hands to make up the show, and that was great. Whereas I think the new one, it's a little bit less. And I will say as well, like some of the guys are a little bit less entertaining. And I do think that if you're a professional and you're going on high stakes poker, I do think it's a little bit incumbent upon you to, maybe people would disagree, but I would say like give the fans a little bit and give the recreationals the game a little bit of fun as well. Like I've always thought that when I play cash game, it's like if I'm going to take people's money, I might as well try and give them a bit of a show as well.
Yeah, I like that approach as well. Uh, Next episodes will get better. I can spoil.
Well, with
spoil
these
that
different
much.
candidates, yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, I mean, Helmuth will always bring chat, and yeah,
No,
exactly.
I haven't seen Helmet yet. Like it's not aired yet, but
Yeah,
the latest episodes is already like that's the thing. We don't want to say like that's that's something that's been criticized for a lot of people, that a robotic style of like I don't want to give up any tiles, which is like very good for poker for your personal reasons,
Yes.
but nobody wants to watch that. Like
No. In terms of like the first couple of episodes, who do you want to see? And I'm already forgetting the names, but the guy with the hoodie who's never forgotten with the beards.
Ricky
You know
Solomon.
the one. Ricky, do you want to see Ricky Solomon, or do you want to see the guy with the hat, with the ginger beard, the professional Nick
Obviously, Ricky
Petrangelo?
Solomon.
Ricky Solomon, Petrangelo's like he's playing well, it's fine, but he's not saying anything, and he sits there and it's like I'm a bit bored. But like Ricky's like laughing and cools off, and he makes some dumb plays, and it's more entertaining as a spectacle.
Yeah, he's
Um,
like he's super fun.
and you can get the balance right, I think. You know what I mean? You can be entertaining and also play good. I don't know if Ricky Solomon's got both of those covered, but
But Vaughn is one of the like who's playing reasonably well and is still fun. Like
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
knows that
Brings a bit of
this is a
personality.
show and he needs to play a little bit looser than he would
Yes.
like to,
Yes.
and he's keeping us entertained. And like
Good.
John Robert Ballon, what's
Yes, yeah.
he's the guy who's
Jack-
you want him at the tables like.
Yes,
He-
absolutely. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen the episode with the Ace King, when
Oh, the guy folds it.
no
No,
the Kenny
he calls off.
Bryn
Sorry. And he
Kenny,
goes, that was
yeah.
Bryn, he calls off Ace King. Yeah.
and he's like,
He's like,
I
"That's
would
a terrible
never do that. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And the great thing about that show is that they took they kept Gabe Kaplan and what's his face? I don't know what the other guy.
The other one. Yeah.
Because they are so recreational, they comment as
AJ Benzer.
okay. They comment as recreationals. They're great for poker. Like
Absolutely.
if recreational watching a hand, they don't want to care about blockers or like
Yeah.
backdoor straight draws, backdoor flush draws. They don't know that. Like
Yes.
they like that. Like Gabe said, Gabe Kaplan says, it's like I think he thinks he has ace king.
Yeah. Exactly. I think Tom Duran's putting him on Ace King, and it's like, and I think he's gonna, and he's like, oh yeah, and it's funny. Like I think I'm gonna make the girlfriend watch Poker Go. Unfortunately has no choice, but I think she'll actually find that really interesting.
Yeah.
She doesn't find it Twitch interesting, but I think she'll find that really interesting in terms of the. It's very appealing to the masses, and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
It's a shame that no big network picked it up. You know what I mean? If that was like appearing on, I don't know, ESPN or Sky Sports or something, that'd be brilliant. You know what I mean? I think they should chuck a bit of money at that because I feel like the casual viewers would love that. You know, it's such an interesting game, and I feel like it's a shame that late night poker's not really getting a good viewership at the moment. But
Maybe
who knows?
maybe one day.
Things. I mean, we saw with chess, the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
You know, chess has probably tripled
More
compared
than
to what it was a
tripled.
year ago. Yeah,
I've seen
so-
the numbers. It's insane what Queen's Gambit did to chess. It's literally insane.
we just need the poker gambit, and
And
The new
it's like
next
chess was
series.
dead 10 years ago, right?
yes, yeah,
So we need to
And that's it,
wait
that's
a
it.
couple
I mean-
more years.
and poker's cool. You know, what I mean, chess is fine, but I don't know how cool chess is, but poker's cool. You know,
The chess, like I must say, chess is cool as well now.
not compared to poker.
Yeah, poker is obviously the best game.
Obviously.
The best game.
Was that an award? Did we have an award there? What was the?
I don't know what you talked about. Oh, most
who's
influential
Oscars?
person of the year.
All right. Who's your Oscars going?
D-Nex.
going to? Congratulations, D-Nex. Good luck in your grind.
Next one is Rookie of the Year, and this year is special for 6.1, I think, because the development wing just is a new thing for this team. So I don't know.
The rookie of the year.
Rookie of the yeah.
Correct. Yes, rookie is how Oscars lovingly pronounced it, and I thought everyone would be confused there. But rookie of the year, aka you said most improved, is the category we're going for.
Yeah.
If you like. Now,
Yeah.
Tell me what the criteria for this awards are. So you're saying who's like gone from low to high stakes, or
Yeah.
Okay, and then there definitely are a few options that we can mention. I mean, of course, absolutely, we want to talk about all the development wing. I think there's a lot of really, really good potential players in there who've got some if they work hard and if we can hopefully make things work and if they run good, I suppose. There's a lot of potential there for some really successful poker players in the future. We've seen in the past some people who've just been able to, let's say, rise up the stakes relentlessly. Again, I'm mentioning Jonas in every single section here, but he's someone that has within a few years has gone from playing sevens and sending me a message saying, "Hey, you had a bad run when you first joined the stable because my sevens graph's not looking very good." And he sends me, whatever. And now it's like, oh yeah, so I might play some. See if we can play any, like, if they got any games higher than 1Ks, and I think there's a lot of people along that lines who've like moved from the lower stakes to the higher stakes. I will try and not spend so long going through every single name. So again, apologies if you're someone that believes that you have a contention, and I'll just gonna throw out a name and decide that I'm awarding, unless you have a particular name you want to mention, Oscars. In which case, I will give my award for most improved player of the year, let's call it, and I'm going to give it to Camille because he was someone, Mr. B1 Edro, who at the start of the year, we've been working together quite frequently over this year, and at the start of the year was someone who was at the hundreds, sort of like establishing himself, not established, but he was established, but like still, it felt a little bit as though like he still wasn't, let's say, fully integrated, like, yes, whatever. Mm-hmm. And we had vague ambitions of going higher and higher. And then just in terms of, I remember saying back in April, like every time I would bump into Camille on the table or Twitch or something, I'm like, yeah, he's really doing, like, I really rate him as a player. He's really doing a good job. I really rate his approach, his personality, his attitude, everything is super fantastic. And so it was no surprise to see me how successful he's been subsequently. He's basically managed to kind of go from being not like a good hundreds reg to being like a phenomenal high stakes reg, and I think his it's all down to hard work and attitude and approach, but like the improvement I think he's made has been fantastic, and that's why we'll give the Oscars to Camille, Mr. B1 Edro, for most improved player. Congratulations.
Yeah. Next one. Let's go with rapper of the year.
Rapper of the year. Now, contenders. Mocha Choca.
Joe was this year or last year? I don't know, but let's add him.
We'll go Joe. I mean, rapper. We'll broaden rapper to any singer, right?
Yeah.
So AJFC, new song now, please, Joe. Absolutely. Joe's done a few. Joe's always working on something, and then he sends me a little teaser, and I'm like, yes, get this out. And then he's like, nah, I think Joe's a bit of a perfectionist with his music. If anyone's who hasn't heard Caramba Caramba Wobble Pig, you'll notice that Joe put a lot of professional work into that. A lot of layering, a lot of second lyrics, and all this sort of stuff. It's really good. So Joe's definitely in with a shout. Anybody else who's done a song? I mean, people have sung songs inadvertently. Let's say the boy Nick did a Christmas jingle, for example, but he didn't mean to. Gabe's done a lot of songs without really meaning to. Oskars has done a little Not Now Baby without really meaning to. But let's say deliberate songs that someone's by choice chosen to.
The first song, like the guy I have in mind, the first song wasn't deliberate. It was
about the first 10. The first 10 weren't deliberate, were they? just someone clearly paying attention during coaching is whacking on some rap beats and then just pressing record. So
yeah, and who would have known that when he's trying and actually putting in work into that stuff,
it would sound way worse. Yeah. Who would have thought?
I don't know how to come back from this.
Is that what Oskars was saying? Oh, you weren't going for that? Were you not going for that?
I wasn't going.
You were going to say that. Better. Oh no, yeah, better. Yeah, it sounds better.
Yeah, I think like first time I heard his song was like, I wasn't sure I thought he's done that before for sure. It definitely didn't sound like I just spent 40 minutes to write up a song and just record it.
I think there's a new career there. You know what I mean? When this poker coaching business falls down, I think there's a new, we could have. I mean, it's a very niche topic, and I will say, he's working on another track. Which, if you're watching this I'm excited. It's ambitious. It's ambitious is all I'm going to say. A lot of words a minute, a lot of poker terminology getting thrown in there. So we're very excited about that. Who are we talking about, Oscars?
Uh, no idea. Obviously, we talk about Wobble, Mr. Wobble Pick. We give it next Oscars goes to Mr. Wobble Pick.
Well
I
done,
think.
Wubsy.
I
Didn't
think yeah, it's.
didn't get a poker award. We're giving you a rapping award, so that's good.
I think it's better.
I think it's better. I think it's better. I think it's better.
Like poker, like we all know how to play poker, but we all can't sing.
Yeah.
I definitely can't do that. That's for sure.
That's true. Yeah, congratulations, Wubble. I think fantastic work. I think
Looking
really
forward to the next song if you said there is.
oh, spread some joy. I think is what he's done very, very well, and a very good sport.
Talking about joy. Talking
Joy.
about joy. Next one is
Segue.
halftime shows. How great are those? How great are like when I joined? I didn't watch a lot of those coaching videos. Apologies. But I did. I watched every single intro to them. and then and then now there is halftime shows. How great are those? Like so many good, like not good, like great shows. You done this like last year. Which one is your personal favorite?
Oh, there's a lot, isn't there? Oh, things that stand out
This
to me.
deserves some wine.
Deserves a little bit of thought. Things that stand out to me, I would say the uh, Charlie Carell and True Geordie against Jonas, Aces Bastard. I think that it just came together and it was just like a beautiful. I took a what did I do? A copyright-free soundtrack, and then I slowed it down a little bit, and it just seemed to just have a lovely rhythm to it. So that stood out for me. I think all of Websy's raps are amazing. I think I really like some of the ones when there's been an interview, and then I'll do like a little montage of the interview. So that's good. Like Antonio's one, it just makes me laugh, that one as well. There's one about the boy Nick which I really like. There's two about the boy Nick which I really like. One of them,
I like as well.
always keep the enthusiasmo. I really like that. Shout out to Henia. Yeah, the boy Nick one when he's hey Nicky, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey Nicky. That one, and then
dancing, yeah.
The dancing one, and then there's that was probably the one that took me the most amount of hours trying to get everyone's face. That was yeah. The Baywatch ones. I mean, I've wasted a lot of time, but
You didn't waste it. You made us enjoy time. Like yeah.
We've got. There's one more with the boy Nick, which it just makes me laugh a lot, which is coming up on Wednesday. So that one, but
that will be for 2021.
Correct. Halftime show of the year. I'm gonna go for. I'm honestly, I love the always keep the enthusiasm, but I think I'm gonna go for Aces Bastard. Any objections?
No, I will agree. Aces Bastard gets an award. Yeah, just because it's old, it seems like there is a better options. But no, with the whole thing with Jonas saying you just need to pick the right games. Obviously that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah. Thank you.
A sexy game was an option.
Sexy
as well.
game. I mean, there were two sexy games. I forgot to mention those. Way back early in the year, we also had
the whiteboard was definitely in a mix. Huh?
The acting. There was. We might be doing some more acting in 2021 as well. Phil Helmuth unfollowed me on Twitter.
I like that as well.
There was also one early on, which was the White Stripes of Party Poker. You know what I mean? When the Seven Nation Army. You know when it's like.
I love that one. I think that's the one I watched the most.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the funny one. That's like that was really
it's
like
professional quality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're getting more and more professional. Like I think 2021 will change you completely. Like people are starting to talk about Tom changing. Twitch changed Tom. You're just gonna see what's happened in 2021.
You know,
sponsorships coming and all that. Oh shit.
Guys,
Like
I'm just talking to the sponsors. Yeah, okay, I'll get back to your coaching in one sec. Yeah. Hi,
it,
Coca-Cola, how's it going? You know,
you,
that's
you,
gonna be
you, you thought it's hard to get a coaching session with Tom in
I know.
2020? No, that was easy.
Well, those were the days. You missed out, didn't you? Missed out if you didn't get it then. Yeah.
All right, next award.
You book show is what's been written. Now, I actually have I assume you mean the Jack and Wubsy book of the
Yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah.
Now, there's a few I definitely want to mention. One of them, I think, um, one that I think will certainly win it. There was a few really interesting ones. I forget all the names off the top of my head, but there was one about the energy levels, I think, and they talked about how you would go from sort of like I'm going to get these energy levels wrong, but like it's like the bottom rung. It was a 0 to 1500 scale. I don't know if you remember the one I'm
Hmm.
talking about, where it's like guilt or shame or whatever is at the
I
bottom,
know the
anger,
scale. Yeah.
and then you have to kind of. It was a very interesting idea where like feeling angry is like perhaps slightly better than feeling like ashamed or whatever. You know what I mean?
It's a
Whatever.
lot better. Like anger is one of the top ones before like good ones.
Four good ones, yeah. It's like the best bad one, let's say.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's quite a nice way to look at it, I thought, because I think sometimes, yeah, it's sort of like to encourage your emotions to go in the right direction. I thought that was a really interesting one. Eckhart Tolle, I think, was another book that got mentioned. Something about I forget the name of the title of the book, but it was
New
like
ad.
A New Earth, exactly. And the reason I mentioned that was because my girlfriend gave it to me at the same time, and then she was quite impressed that Team 6 1 were reviewing the same book, and so I showed her it, and she went, "Oh, nice!" And so that was the book that got her impressed by Team 641. So that was something. What I think wins, in my opinion, well, unless you have one in particular you think it asks. I'm rambling again. I
Like
apologize.
obviously I would go with Alan Watts, but
Alan Watts. The one I was going to go for, which I actually weirdly enough reread a couple of days ago, and I thought it's fantastic, is okay. In the book of the year, I think they did an interview with him, and he came onto the Vimeo, and I think Peter Clark is the guy. And I read the book a couple of days ago, and it actually really helped as well. Just the way he explains everything, and the way I think a really nice sort of approach where it sort of really makes you forgive yourself for feeling frustrations at the poker table when you realize you're not designed for this. We are not designed
the
to
whole,
play.
whole like I like the idea of aliens world.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I think it's a really nice one. And if anyone hasn't read that, I encourage you to go check out the interview, and then I encourage you to read the book because it's similar to the mental game of poker, where these things I read them, I think I've got it mastered, and I forget about it, and then a few months later I come back and read them, and I'm like, and every time, and I know Wubsy said something similar, but every time I reread the mental game of poker, I reread Peter Clark's book, it's like, okay, I'm excited to grind, and I'm like super in flow for the next week, and so I really actually am going to try and make it one of my New Year's resolutions to like read mental game material more frequently, like at least twice a month read some stuff because
Yeah,
even just reminding yourself, I think is really fantastic. So, unless you have any other ideas, let's give that book of the year.
yeah. I
Oscars goes to Peter Clark for the book title.
bookshelf
Uh,
of the year and book of the year.
Poker
It,
Therapy.
that award goes actually to Jack and Bobsy.
Oh, Jack and Mubsy for doing yes, exactly for doing their excellent book reviews, which we're
Yeah,
hoping they haven't done any for a month or two, but we're hoping once.
they usually come up with two or three.
Yeah. Oh, you were involved in a couple of those as well, so yeah.
One
Oh,
Alan,
okay.
Alan Watts thing. I wanted that to give an award, but that would be too much awards for me. Next one will be about me. It's hard to not get next award for me. It's an interview of the year.
The interviewer of the year. Now, would you
Not
like to?
interviewer. Yeah, like interview. The episode of the year. Let's go down.
That would be an interesting one. Talk me through which do you think were your favorites or your highlights?
Honestly, I loved like a lot. Like I enjoyed the whole process of them. Like I think that was one of the best ideas for me in 2020. The interview that stood out for me was Bubsy's because for some reason I didn't thought he's the guy like
He
he
was.
showed like he was in the interview.
What were the differences?
I didn't think he's like that determined. Like listening like about his story that he recorded audios of notes and listened to them and like really worked hard to like get where he is. I got really impressed by him. Like, I watched that interview a couple of times myself. Yeah, that's like it's not fair that I should have built up to that, but yeah, that one is number one for me for sure, and I will give a award to that one. But obviously there is like all the interviews, like they're great. Like seeing people and talking about things that they usually don't talk about.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
good. Stoyan's one was like
Oh,
really good.
fantastic. Yeah. You could, I mean, it was literally the joke going in was, well, we could listen to Oscars and Story and talk for hours, and then it's like, oh, you actually can. But it was great, you know what I mean? And like, it's really nice to get a background of everybody's, and like Jonas, the boy Nick, Henier, Antonio, Stoyan, Jack. I missed people there. Wubsy, I've missed someone, I'm sure. Mocha Choca. It's so interesting to hear like how everybody came to poker
Hmm.
in a different way, but then you see the overlapping skill sets that everybody has, that determination that I think has to be present for nearly everybody if they want to get to the high stakes. Where it's like you can't really not have that desire to be a success if you need it. And so yeah, no complaints at all. I really like Robsy's interview, and I really like the interview series, and I hope there'll be many more in 2021. So
Yeah, I will check
Oscars
out.
Oscars goes to Oscars and Wubsy.
Yeah, I hope more people will be open to the interviews. I have a couple of guys now, and I'm open to do it, just not now. Not now, baby.
Not now, baby. Not now, baby.
But yeah, hopefully there will be like yeah
We
some
get like
some great new
be
interviews.
fun. We get like Jason, Rudy, Ducky, myself again apparently.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think you will be the one to open the new season.
okay. Season 2. That's cool. We got a season 2 of Oscars interview. That'll be fun. Yeah, we can do that. No problem.
Next one, a manager of the year.
Manager of the year and Jurgen Klopp, I think, could be an option for football. Liverpool. Is that how you mean? The
Not really.
manager of the Corona response in Britain. That's another one that maybe doesn't win the award. Political. In 601, I guess our managers of Jason and Rudy, and a big shout out to both of them. Both have years of experience. Both of them who are incredibly hardworking, incredibly good to talk to. I'd never seem to, given how much I know him, how many hours they put in, and some of the stupid things I sometimes ask them, they never seem to be frustrated. They just, the amount of times I've bothered Rudy being like, hey, I can't remember if I get a ticket, what happens to this thing? And he's very kind. He goes, yeah, this and this and this. And just a super nice guy and works so hard and gets everything right so much, you know what I mean? And I think they are the foundations upon which 601 success can stem from. And it's so important. Like without that glue, if you like, that where you have that trust and that accountability is the wrong word. I don't think I want that, but like that trust and that hard work and that discipline and all those good things where it means that it gives people the freedom, you know what I mean? The ability to that I don't have to worry about that, but I can say, well, Rudy will send me the numbers and they're like, yeah, all looks good. And it's great, and I don't have to stress about that. And Jason is just fantastic in problem solving, like any problem Jason, I'm always impressed where it's like, I don't know what to do here. And then Jason's like, oh, have you tried this? And it's like, yeah, he just knows, and it's good contacts everywhere. And also a good poker player as well. And shout out to Rudy, who, although Rudy hasn't made it to the past the heads up knockout round yet, but next time, Rudy, next time you're going for we'll get you to the semi-finals at least. But yeah, out of the two,
So
I don't know. I
I
mean,
like this is the first one I really want to suggest to give to both of them.
let's do it. Or I'll give it to Oscars. No, I don't know.
I wish, I wish,
Yeah.
but I can't. I think it goes like I don't have two, so one for Jason.
Face up, face of Jace, face of Rudy. Congratulations both. Thank you for being good
Yeah,
organized.
I agree. Like I never had like not a single problem lasted more than 5 minutes for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like everything is always solved. Everything is easy, and Yeah, such a great stable. That's why it's great stable of the year as well. And we can give stable owner of the year to Jack Stacks now for real. We have that little clip.
We're not giving it to Gabe.
He's not the stable owner of the
Oh, Gabe, I'm so sorry.
anymore.
We're not giving it to. I've forgotten even who the old smart spin owner was.
What did you give it, like
Limitless or something, was it? Is that his
see
name?
you at no?
See you at's new.
No.
He's the new owner, though. You are correct at the moment.
But that was a different guy. Yeah, not
Yeah,
Limitless.
there was a different guy. No. He battled Limitless, but I forget who his name was. I can picture his face, but
Yeah, I know him as well, but I don't. Who cares about those guys?
Who cares? We just want to say congratulations, stable owner of the year. It's Monkey Boss, and nice to meet.
I saw this one coming.
It's the owners of Steel Phoenix. No, it's not. They're not even a stable.
They are actually.
Are they?
Yeah.
Steel Phoenix counts as a stable.
They stink.
Their results are rubbish. Comparatively, they have good results. They have good players, but not compared to 601, mate. Not compared to 601. Yeah, we'll give it a Jack Stack. Well done, Jack. Was that 2 awards for Jack?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was your first award. Sorry, Jack.
No, there was one split with Bobsy about the book.
Oh, yeah, you got the book of the and Peter Clark. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nice. I thought of another award.
Yeah, let's go on.
Heads Up Championship Winner of the Year tournament. You remember the little tournaments?
Yeah. First winner was Jonas.
Second winner,
George.
for the summer championships was George. Third for the autumn championships, which for some reason took place in December because they took a long time. The winner went to Leon. Worthy winners all round. I think we'll give the award probably to Leon. Big love to Jonas and George, but Leon had the biggest field to contend with, and so I think just for that reason alone. And he had a very dramatic heads-up match, watched by millions, or maybe 60 people. But was heads up against Dimitri in the final, and was 3-1 down, I think, for a best of 4, or best first to 4, and then ended up winning 4-3. And shout out to Leon, well done, mate. And I know he likes his football, so we'll give it the old. It's like a Liverpool versus Newcastle, 1997. Stan Collymore closing in, but it's Leon. No one will know what I'm talking about, but Leon, well done, mate. The award goes to him. He's a fantastic heads-up player anyway, so he's got a lot of experience in that field, and a really nice guy and great results as well. So, yeah, congrats to Leon for the heads-up winner of the year. I think in the all-time rankings, let me have a quick look and see if I can see my heads-up super fun championship results. It's if you add super fun, people just like, it makes it a bit more exciting. On the all-time leaderboard, George is currently winning. So congratulations to George, who's in first place, and the boy Nick, who's never won a tournament or even made it to a final, is in 4th place. Consistency, and so it'll be really interesting to see how the tournament all-time leaderboard looks after January. We're going to reminder to do this in a week's time or so to get the sign-up sheet out for the winter heads up.
Yeah,
seems to be fun, super fun championship.
I have another one. 2020 outfit of the year.
There we go. Looking good.
You can. This is the year where you don't need to dress up fully. You can. So many times I've up. I'm dressed up very, very well. Down I have pajama pants, shorts, no pants.
That's the one. That's all you gotta do. Yeah, absolutely.
That's 2020. Like that was. I think a lot of people enjoyed this year.
One moment that will stick with me as well in terms of outfits was when Wubsy was streaming his heads up Twitch stream, where he bubbled, unfortunately. But suddenly you see what looks like this pile of clothes moving on the floor, and you go, "Oh my god, what's that?" Like Something's going wrong. Ducky is sliding around on the floor, trying to stay out of the camera shot, crawling along the floor to go to the kitchen. And Wubbsy's just there talking about check raising with a blocker or whatever. And then Wubbsy's crawling, Ducky's crawling on the floor. So shout out to Ducky as well. There's an Oscar for that, I think. Crawl of the year.
Crawl of the year, Ducky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What else? Video of the year? Any particular Vimeo video you really liked?
I know which is most viewed video.
Which is it?
I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's
From an Oscar show.
I wish. No, it's Jonas live stream 500.
Ah, from back in, that was a year ago. Yeah, back in January.
Yeah.
Hi guys, Jonas here. It's the one he says that at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Yeah, that one's there.
I think that's the most viewed video, and I think it's.
Is it the most liked?
Probably two.
Well, that's good, Jonas. You win that then. Let's give an award to Jonas because he didn't get one, and I feel like he deserves one.
Yeah, we mentioned him in a lot of awards.
He got in every single shout out in every single section of actually getting an award, and we know he's a big fan.
Video of the year, Jonas, you got it.
Vimeo video of the year goes to Jonas. Congratulations. Schön. Hero Call of the year.
Hero Call. I think there's a couple of options. There's one very particular that comes into my mind. There was he took place in one of your halftime shows.
That's the one.
Jonas tried to stop him from hero calling, but couldn't. Obviously, you can't hero call a man.
You can't stop a man.
We can't stop a man to hero call if he's hero calling with 9 high and it's being right. You know, you shouldn't try to stop him.
Absolutely, it was we'll probably manage to clip we'll clip that hand in because I'll do a better job than explaining it. But yeah, no fear displayed in that hand you just saw. Let's hope. And yeah, Hero Call of the Year awards. Antonio,
you knew this one was coming for you.
I used to wait. Well, I used to wait to fall, but not now, baby.
Anymore.
Not now, baby.
He's not waiting anymore.
I thought of another one.
Go on.
The person who's made the best Team 651 gifts.
Go on.
Kevin
is making gifts. I didn't know Kevin is making gifts.
Kevin made some lovely gifts, and let me show you how, because I'm going to go into the chat. I'm going to search for a GIF. I'm going to search for, and ladies and gentlemen, feel free to do this. Search for Team 651 in the GIF, your whatever GIF you want. And what can I find there?
Where is it?
Look in Skype chat.
Where did you... But I can find it.
Just wherever the Skype is. Just whatever the Skype is, your GIF thing. Just search Team 651.
Really? That's sick. I will try that.
We got Wubbsy. We got everybody.
Kevin gets an award.
Well done, Kevin.
And one day you will beat me in chess as well.
Chess Player of the Year.
Chess Player of the Year. Oh shit! That's. The man I posted just in our chat, he gets that one.
Jonas, really?
Yeah, he's apparently the best chess player I have played.
Wow. What's his rating or something? Is that a thing?
800 and something.
That's better than Spraggy. But Jonas, your challenge, your Charles Carell, your nemesis, is at about 1300. So you need to improve, mate. Because you need to start battling him. Forget the poker. This is where the real glory is going to be at now.
Chess is so brutal. Like I wish I didn't start. I don't know if I wish. Like there is pros and cons. Yeah, chess is so brutal because there is no luck.
Yeah.
Like the first time I played Jonas, I felt so bad about myself. Like I make a move and I know like this is the end of me. And like. That's why I'm so grateful about poker. I can make a lot of bad moves like I do, and still like win by the end of it.
Yeah.
I get
absolutely.
the river, like a jam, and everything's great, and I'm the best.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Absolutely, I'm with you there. Yeah.
In chess, it's not like that. You sacrifice your queen, you're dead.
One of those tough ones. So, chess player of the year. Congratulations.
uh, yeah, you get another
Another
award.
one. That's good, isn't it? He's got two now.
Anything
So,
else?
my two extra awards that I thought of. One of them, I think, I've gone for comedy picture of the year,
Go
and
on.
I think there's quite a few
Nominees.
candidates. We can do a montage, like pan them across the screen. How about photoshopping Wabsy onto a porn star? How about um, Jonas as George Michael? How about Pablo? I made Pablo like looking like Tiger Woods. Oops, I've done that wrong. I've accidentally opened it. There's Pablo looking like Tiger Woods. Um, Here is, I mean, just any picture of Wabsy, to be honest, is pretty funny. Sexy Gabe, I think is quite a lot of these comedy pics. Here we go. There's me asking once again for your chip viewership. There's Oscars here smoking a cigarette because indoors because doesn't give a. There's one of me with Jack Stack. There's Joe and Wabsy in a dress. Mona Lee, strong contender here. The Mona Lee stack. Some of ones which are yet to be released, but they're going to be out there. You may get an early preview.
You'll know
Me,
when this show comes up.
that's me as Wabsy's cat. And then there's another one which is Jonas as my nephew. So all good work, I'd say. And then of course, I think probably, possibly, I don't know, maybe the winner, if it's the right one, we've got that one there. Just a long time to send because it's quite a big picture. Apparently, I think that might win.
Yeah, actually. It's unfair, but there's a lot of great candidates. Comedy picture of the year goes to. I think
The Last Supper.
The Last Supper of Team 651 and Tomo as Jesus.
Very arrogant, isn't he? You know. Thank you. GTO Solver of the year.
There's no questions about it. It's PO, right?
Flopzilla. It's not even a solver, but yeah. PO, Insta, Lucid, GTO Plus. I'm going to let Oscars pick this one.
I have to go with Lucid.
Okay. Good choice.
Looking forward to the things that will come out. But I'm super impressed with the things that are there already. All right. How can we wrap up this?
Congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to all the nominees. Congratulations to everybody that took part. Congratulations to all of Team 651 members, every single one of you that made it such an excellent stable to be a part of in 2020. Long may we continue such similar sentiments into 2021. Work hard, and who knows, you too may be one day the recipient of one of Oskars' Oscars. And once again, congratulations to all winners.
How did you say?
Rookie.
Rocky.
Rook.
Rook.
Like the chess piece is a rook. Rook. Look. Rook. Rookie.
I'd say rookie. It's still wrong.
It's fine. It's a bit more but rook.
Rook.
You're going a bit more like rookie, but you want to be like rookie. Rookie.
I can't
Don't
hear
worry,
the difference.
It's fine.
No, we want to get it right. Rocky.
Looky here.
Looky.
Rookie.
Rookie.
Yeah, good.
Rookie.
Yeah.